Hello from Southern Ontario, May 7th today. Well, things are getting awful scary, aren't they? Let's look at some facts. Because I'm often accused of tinfoil hat syndrome, conspiracy theories. Well, let's look at some conspiracy theories that actually turn out to be fact. Fact, released in federal government documents. Internment camps are in Canada, and in their own documentation it says they can be used for COVID and other federal purposes. No more definition than that. More fact. Again, government documents show the Trudeau government has procured 360,000 units of a chemical agent, no more definition provided than that, as well as tear gas in an undisclosed quantity. Fact, tear gas has been used in Montreal as the protesters protest what's basically, let's be blunt, martial law. So what's going on in the COVID camps? Oh, here's another fact I meant to throw in there. The government ordered, and I assumed, this again is documented, the federal government ordered and I assumed has procured by now, I think it's like 250,000 weapons, guns of the latest technology. I'm not sure where they, I did know, but did they get them from Winchester, Colt, I don't know what. They're the latest in military grade weapons. That's a fact. Have they been issued to the armed forces, or, well, nobody knows. I don't know. Nobody's followed it up. Government certainly hasn't told us. Maybe, just maybe, and this is not a fact, maybe those internment camps are really storage bunkers for the chemical agents, the weapons, and who knows, maybe there's a bunch of communist Chinese military forces hanging out in there, in those places. I mean, we have been having them here to practice winter maneuvers. This is the government's take on it. I think China has their own winter over there. They're, kind of next door to Siberia. No facts there, but one could perceive it as a fact that the government is compiling, let's call it, the pieces of war. Think back to Hitler stockpiling, rubber and fuel and steel and building planes and tanks and taking the freedom of the press. You're aware of Bill C-10, right? That's pretty well a fact, isn't it? He's declared war on free press in Canada. What was his name? Chamberlain. He was in charge of the English government at the time. He'd go over to have a powwow with Hitler. Hitler'd blow some smoke up his ass. He'd come back and go, no, they're not preparing for war. Look, he signed a peace treaty with us. Denial. Denial's no sanctuary. Cowardice and no refuge. Wake up. This media, social media, is the only weapon we have to fight with until it's too late and there's nothing but gas and guns and bullets. The West is ready to separate, and I don't blame them. And do you see anything about that in the mainstream media? No. Do you see Trudeau trying to placate the West in any form? No, he just antagonizes them further. He'd love the West to separate. He could declare civil war. The War Measures Act, the Emergency Measures Act. He could have the Eternal Crown that he wants. Is it a fact he wants the Eternal Crown? Well, he's sure making all the moves on it, isn't he? This is the only weapon we have. I see, as regards Bill C-10 in the posts, an unprecedentedly large number of people commenting. They'll post something about Bill C-10 and there'll be literally hundreds of comments. People outraged, people saying, Stephen Gowalt, you greasy little goof, and Trudeau, you wannabe dictator. That doesn't do a damn thing. It does nothing. Do you think they care? No. What you've got to do is use this medium to put the word out. Get to your Aunt Betty, who doesn't really follow the news and thinks Trudeau's hair's groovy. Talk to your cousin Ralph, who's got his head buried in the woodpile. He doesn't pay any attention to the news. Wake everybody up. If we don't stop this with this weapon, it's going to be lead and brass. And I don't think anybody wants that. I know I don't. But if we don't act now and get all over this clown and his intentions, it's going to come to it. Please, people, do anything and everything possible to get the word out. Or, oh man, Lord help us all. Take care.